Hey, what's poppin' everybody? This is Zaru Devi. Today we're going to be looking at the whole legendary beat set, a Japanese mini set. If I was a guessing man, this is going to be our third set that's going to be bundled with the other ones for Darkness Ablaze that we're getting next month. So 76 cards, decent little size. So let's get to it. We got some grass bug dudes first. The OG bugs, a Weedle. Let's see. Bug Hunch. Search your deck for up to 2 grass Pokemon. Put them into your hand. Okay, but with 40 HP, this guy's gonna die. I guess it's a decent level supporting attack. Kakuna. Nothing special. And then you got Beedrill. 130 HP, but it's got for retreat. So Elusive Master. Once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is the last card in your hand, you may play it onto your bench if you do draw 3 cards. What? If this Pokemon is the last card in your hand. Oh, if you do draw 3 cards. Interesting. It's actually pretty busted. So this is almost kind of like one of those, Shaman Dedenne, play it on the bench, Pokemon with abilities and draw cards. It has to be the last card in your hand. And I don't think you have to evolve into the other guys. It seems kind of weird. The word in here just leaves a lot to be desired when it comes to rulings. I'm not too sure how the ruling is going to work with this card, but I mean, if it's as simple as it sounds, then you're looking at another good ability draw Pokemon. You play it down and you draw 3. So, I mean, damn. It's probably not going to be like the next Shaman, and we are getting Crobat V, which does the same thing. It's not going to be on that level, but it's another sort of draw Pokemon. So it might be like the budget version, you could say. You draw 3. It's straight draw. It doesn't have any hand limitations. It's got to be the last card in your hand. But you're getting a stage 2 Pokemon down too, with free retreat. So I don't know, I mean, just right off the bat, we have a good draw ability Pokemon. Okay, we'll see how it plays out. Got an Execute here, an Executor. A Seed Bomb, nothing else. Executor, extremely ass art here. I don't like this sort of wacky art that sometimes, it just looks like it would be something that I would draw, whatever, anyway. So 140 HP stage 1. So it's definitely a step down from the Alolan Executor stage 1s we're used to. So Spoiled Egg, choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks. During your opponent's next turn, can't use that attack. 30 for 1. This little effect can always be sort of handy if your opponent's Pokemon have like 1 or 2 attacks. And you just block them of using their good one, that sort of thing. But it's not like it's the first time we've seen it, and it's not like it's going to be broken. And then 90 for 3, nothing spectacular. Okay, and then we got Yamanya Mega, gross. U-turn, that's it. Switch, hidden switch. And then Yamega, this guy does U-turn also. So just Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So hit and switch, this guy does do more damage though, 50 for 2. So with a twin, it's like a 1 for 50, and you get that hit and switch like Donphan. Cut and win 2, it's just colorless, everything colorless, 130 for your conventional attack. It's got for retreat too, 130 HP for a stage 1. So as much as it pains me to say it, this might be a solid hit and switch Pokemon for a stage 1. Look at how just fucking gross it is. Hate these cards, man. Anyway, I don't want to look at it anymore, but it is a good hit and switch attack. I think it doesn't have any resistance actually. Typical fire weakness, fear retreat too, so you can move it out of the way even if you don't attack. So yeah, hit and switch. I think I repeated that 50 times so far. You got Pineco here. Okay. Doesn't do anything, but I'm guessing Fortress is going to be in here too as a metal Pokemon. You get another Celebi card in here, and it's got this sort of rainbow Picasso, I don't know, just artwork here, like a painting. And I believe there's I think, what else? There's a Rayquaza too that had this sort of background that I've already read it, because it's Rayquaza. And it's like these Pokemon, they've got this sort of background, and they have energy attacks that use random energies that have nothing to do with this Pokemon. Like this Celebi uses Grass, Lightning, and Psychic. So Energy Press, 30 damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon, times 30. But it doesn't stack with your energies on Celebi, so that sucks a little bit. And then Amazing Bloom, for each of your bench Pokemon, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and put it on top and evolve it. Then shuffle your deck. So it's going to evolve your little guys through an attack, but you're going to put a Psychic and a Lightning to do this move. I don't know, man. It's got this little sort of icon over here too, like this sort of a rainbow little icon on the bottom. So I don't know, maybe this is some sort of special cards we have. There's a Rayquaza at least here that I know that has a sort of similar background. But it doesn't say it's anything special, but maybe I'm missing something. You get this sort of a rainbow shit outside too. This paint. We'll see what's up with them, but I don't think they're anything special like Prism cards or whatever. They might end up being like the Prime Pokemon, that they don't really have any special rulings about them or any sort of special card for their type, their style, but it does use a bunch of energies here, different energies, so maybe that's good. Anyway, you got Shaman. This looks like a regular ass Shaman. Kind of ugly artwork too, man. I don't know what's up. But this dude does Leech Seed 20 and then heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. Would be decent, but with 70 HP, you're gonna die in one shot. And then Sprout it away, flip a coin. If heads your opponent, puts their active Pokemon and all cards attached. Face down. What? Shuffles them and puts them at the bottom of their deck. Okay, so it's not gonna go randomly in the deck. It has to be face down at the bottom. So interesting interaction. But it is a coin flip, and 7 HP is low. Whatever. Doesn't really scream to me to be super great, but we do have some coin flip cards from the other sets, like the other Japanese sets. You got Genesect. It's been a while since I've seen this guy, especially for grass, I think. So 120 to retreat, basic legendary Pokemon, okay. Linear attack, this attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. It would be okay, I guess. It's a snipe for 2 for 50, but I would have rather it be like a 40 for 1, something like that. Anyway. And then Technoblast, 120 for 3. This Pokemon can attack during your next turn. Whatever. Basic legendary grass Pokemon. Okay. And we got Delmice. You got Hook, 20 for 1. And man, it's just really just well, what's the word, like bold artwork, you could say. It's not the usual shit we're used to from Delmice. And you got Special Anchor, 60 for 3 if this Pokemon has a special energy attached. 60 more, so 120. Okay, I mean, you would normally put a twin energy on this dude anyway, since it's compatible. So you get yourself a 1 for 20 attack for 3, no cost. 130 HP, just another just basic grass Pokemon to use, but there's so many different options. I don't even know if you would put this in like a Rillaboom deck with the energy acceleration. Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. Okay. And then we got, oh shit, Zaru Devi. So this is a grass dark event Pokemon from what I understand. I think it's gonna come in like the maybe DLC, or actually no, it's like a movie event Pokemon. Whatever. It is pretty cool. I mean, it's like a Tarzan sort of fucking Pokemon. You got 210 HP, 1 retreat, so good stats. You got Refrain. The defending Pokemon can attack during your opponent's next turn. God damn. So it's 50 for 2, so you can do this with... Oh no, Twin isn't going to work on it, I think. It won't be compatible. But you can use DC and expand it. And it's one of those attacks like the old Cobalion that defending Pokemon can attack during your opponent's next turn. So wait a minute. Defending Pokemon can attack. So yeah, it is the opposition. Otherwise it would suck. So 50 for 2, and your opponent is going to have to switch, just do something. It's actually a quite a strong effect. So good first attack, and then Jungle Rise. You may attach 2 basic energies from your hand to your bench Pokemon in any way you like, and heal all damage from Pokemon you attached energy to in this way. 100 for 2. It's pretty freaking busted. I mean, solid damage for 2 grass energies. You can attach 2 basics from your hand to your bench Pokemon in any way you like, and then you heal all the damage. It's not even a certain amount, like the Attack Team GX Blastoise. You just heal all the fucking damage. I think this might be a little bit too overpowered, and it's just a regular V Pokemon. There's a little bit of a conflict between the first attack and the second attack. It's always this sort of both of them need 2 energy. One needs any, and the other needs specifically 2 grass. So you won't be able, if you're going to put DC to do the first attack, you're still going to need 2 grass. So that's a little bit annoying. It's annoying when they do this. But no matter what, both attacks are useful. Stats are good. I can't really say anything bad about this Pokemon. And I mean, if you use this in something like Rillaboom, like I just mentioned, you're not really going to care anyway. You just put the 2 energies on him, and you can use both attacks. The thing is, though, is that, I mean, this guy's supposed to be like a cheap attacker. It's not like it needs a lot of energy, so are you really going to go through the trouble of using Rillaboom just to do 100 for 2, and then put energies from the hand to other Pokemon? It's kind of a waste, so I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's some sort of vmax on this dude. But maybe in non-Rillaboom decks if you want to get that hand energy acceleration. I don't know. So it seems like it has a little bit of good here, a little bit of good there, but nothing really that stands out too much. So we'll see if people find a way to make great use of it. You get Ampharos V. This sort of art, I don't know what to make of it. It's not really too awesome. It's like it's some sort of sticker art or whatever. Anyway, so 210, a very large 3 retreat though. What the hell is with that, man? It should have been like 2. You got Flash Sphere. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. 50 for 2. And then Damage Spark. 120 for 3. This attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that have any damage counters on them. So, heavy duty spreading attack. If your opponent has a bunch of hurt dudes, the damage is gonna spread. But fucking car outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Anyway, I like a truck. But it's, I mean, it does a little bit of good base damage. I don't think this guy has a vmax either. Spread can add up, but it's not really that spectacular. It's not really game breaking or whatever that stands out. I don't like that it has a big retreat, and we are going to be losing some of the relevant lightning support, so it's not like you got all of the tricks you're used to use. But it's whatever. I mean, V Pokemon. You got Raikou. This guy also has this sort of a brush paint thing going on. This might be some sort of new type of card that I guess we don't know it yet, or I don't know about it. But he's using grass, lightning, and metal. So I don't know how you're going to fucking power up attacks like these. It's like those sort of old crystal Pokemon, I think they were called, from the Gen 2 era. Was it Crystal Pokemon, or was it the other shiny Pokemon that did similar shit, I think? They used a bunch of... No, it was the Crystal Pokemon, in fact. You use a bunch of different types, and good luck trying to find a way to power them up. So this Raikou does do 1 for 20, and I think it is 1 for 20 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Wow, goddamn. So, are you gonna do 240 for 3 then? That's insane. Or is it just this attack does 120 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon? It says the damage over here too, so... I mean, if the translation is right, this guy's gonna hit the active for 120, and then 120 on the bench. And that's actually fucking crazy good damage. And it also makes Ampharos look like a bitch, to be honest, so... Damn, I mean, if it does this, it's pretty heavy damage for just a regular basic. You are going to have some difficulty putting 3 different types of energies. I mean, I guess maybe you can use like Arceus Prism. It's going to rotate out anyway by the time this set comes out. Or you're just going to have it for a little bit. But, yeah, just one attack. 3 different types of energies. Stats are decent, but it could have been better. Okay. We'll see if people can use it. Yeah. Electric and Manectric. Just collect, draw a card. Good old collect. And then a Manectric. You got high speed. Tupac song. Okay, so... when you play this card from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may draw 3 cards. Fuck. So even more drawing. So this is pretty much one of stage 1. It's kind of like how the Beware, I think from Guardians Rising or whatever it was. You evolve into it, and you get to draw 3. I think that was the effect. This guy is the same. You're just going to evolve and then draw 3, and then this guy's basically going to sit on your bench like that. So I wouldn't advise people to use this. There's other better ability to draw Pokemon that are more consistent. I mean, unless you can attack with him, use him as an attacking Pokemon, but he just does 100 for 3. Stats are decent, free retreat is great, but what are you going to accomplish by doing just 100 for 3? I don't know. Like, maybe you tech in like a Lightning Energy. If you're running Twin Energies in deck anyway, and then you can hit Lightning Weak Pokemon. By no means a useless Pokemon. I'm just trying to sort of calculate the utility, because you need some good utility if you're going to play a Pokemon like this, and it's so-so, the utility. But it's a card. It's a card if you want to use it. Joltik and Galvantula. Bug Bite, 1 for 20. What the fuck is it doing? Fucking around with plugs and shit. Okay. And then Galvantula. What kind of Spider-Man shit is this? Okay, weird artwork. Anyway, 90, 1 retreat, pretty weak. Stun Needle, 20 in the flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Alright, and then Pursuing Shock. This attack does 20 damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So I guess if your opponent is hurt, let's say they've got 6 damage counters, then this is like 120 for 2. It needs a lot of work to be really effective, and it's not even a one energy attack, it's 2 energies. Could have some uses, does have the potential for high damage, but you need a lot of damage in the active Pokemon too, so I don't know how great it's gonna be. Zek the fuck Ram. This one is regular. I think I read this card before. It's just 130 HP, 3 retreat, typical stuff. Slash for 30, not really anything special. And then Wild Shock, 130, and this Pokemon does 60 damage to itself. That's pretty fucking shit, if I'm being honest. Like, some serious fucking shit. Like, the black and white Zekrom did, like... It did the same amount, or I think it did like 120, and you just did like 30 or 40 damage to yourself. So this is pretty shit. It's pretty inexcusable. And it's too bad, because the artwork is really cool. No. Definitely better generic lightning basic Pokemon to use compared to this guy. The damage is just too high, it does to itself. And it says 60 here on the Japanese text, so I don't think there's an error. I don't think there's anything wrong with the translation. Alright, we got a regular Zeraora. And this guy has fucking free retreat. Damn. 100 HP though, so could have been higher. If this Pokemon's active Pokemon is what? If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon via Pokemon GX, this attack does 80 more damage. So it's going to do 30 either way. So 110 for 2 energies. It's not so great, to be honest, because if it was for 1 energy, I'd be like, yeah. Like, maybe if it did 1 for 20, and then you get, like, 90 if the opposition was VO or GX. Like this, though, 30 for 2 isn't great, okay? It's just average. And then 110 for 2 isn't the greatest either. I mean, like, Volcanion can do that if there's like 4 fire energies around on the field, so it's not that super fast revenge or counter V, counter GX Pokemon attack you really want. I mean, it does have free retreat, so I guess it's going to be easy to manage. It's just decent, but it could have been better. I don't know, it's like they're trying to control how good these regular Pokemon are right now. I don't know. Both Zekrom and this were kind of meh. I think the other ones were kind of meh too. I mean, I think Delmice, it's just Genesect. I don't know. Like, to be honest, Genesect compared to the other guys I've seen now is like it's good. Yeah. Anyway, maybe they're trying to push these rainbow paint Pokemon, but we'll see what's gonna be up with them. You got the Pincurchin, I think this is how you call it. A little Pokemon, nice background artwork though, underwater. Little, I think is like a porcupine. This is how you call it in English, I don't know. Spin around. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Nice, so cheap spreading attack, easy to use. Pretty good. And then Peck, 30 for 2. Okay, that's not going to be good. But I guess if you use this, you're going to use it for that spread to everybody. You know? Spread tactics. You got Clefairy, Clefable. Got more of these psychic ones. You got Mini Metronome, Flip a Coin. If you had to choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks, use it as this attack. Okay. And then Clefable. Moon's Blessing. Once during your turn, you may heal 20 HP and one special condition from one of your active Pokemon that has psychic energy attached. So this reminds me of another Pokemon that had this sort of thing. Not quite sure who. I think actually it's from the Plasma Storm set that we just reviewed 2 days ago. Like, there was like was it a Cherrim that did this shit? Something like that, or like a Whimsicott, I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the guy. Stage 1, so I don't know how great it's going to be. I mean, there's other... Milotic heals everybody. It's not going to heal a special condition, but that's not always going to be... It's more situational for the special condition here. Whereas, versus getting like something like Milotic that just heals everybody. They don't need like energies, they don't need to be of any type. It's just better Pokemon stat-wise too, and I think it has a better attack. So, yeah, it gives competition to this Clefable. And, you know, when it comes to healing, like, usually if you're gonna heal, you're using big Pokemon and shit. You got into DV for that, and you got other guys too that are just easier to use, so... Seems like this Clefable is gonna be outclassed. We got Girafarig too. What's up with you? Pretty nice artwork, you know, Girafarig. Looks like a nice little kitty Pokemon here. So it's good. Just don't give it any bullshit like the other Girafarig, removing shit from the Lost Zone, from the Disco Pollen shit, whatever. So Psycho Power, put 2 damage counters onto your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. Alright, alright. Okay. I mean, there's stronger dudes like the Mimikyu that can put, like, it can spread 4, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. It definitely beats this guy. And then tail order, you may have your opponent shuffle their hand into the deck, then they draw 4 cards. And you also do damage to 30 for 2. Okay, so it could be some sort of a hand regulation disruption to your opponent. I hate this shit, but I guess it's better than an ability like Marshadow. This you gotta attack at least. It could be annoying though, but it's more balanced, that's for sure. So, okay, we'll take it. And you got Shuppet and Benetti. This Shuppet just put 1 damage on your opponent's active Pokemon, okay. Pretty fucking boring ass, half-ass artwork here. Like, it seems pretty uninspired anyway. And then Benetti. Oh, you got a long ass ability, do you? So, stage 1, 90 HP, 1 retreat, resistance to fighting, typical stuff. Its attack, its ass, 40 for 2. So I'm guessing it's all about the ability on this guy. So Devolution Curse. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may devolve one of your opponent's bench Pokemon by putting the highest stage in your opponent's hand. Fuck. So this is basically, I think, exactly the same or pretty close to the original, one of my favorites, Espeon EX from Unseen Forces. Gorgeous card and all around perfect card when it comes to attacks, stats, and its power. And this is pretty much the same, I think. This is really powerful because it's devolution on your opponent's Pokemon through an ability, which is always a lot easier to manage compared to being through an attack, like on Celebi and shit, that kind of thing. It goes into your opponent's hand, and usually what you try and do with tactics like these is, let's say, I mean, not like we're going to have stage 1 GXs for long now, but you get like, let's say, yeah, a stage 1 GX. It evolves from a 60 HP Pokemon. You do like 100 damage. It evolves into the GX. You do like 100 damage on it. Then you remove the GX using this guy's effect. And then the little basic Pokemon has more than the HP it has, damage than the HP it has, so it dies. So you get a prize easily. And you haven't even committed an attack yet. So this is like really the best sort of trick, I guess, the best implementation of this effect's power, like the greatest use of it, I would say. Obviously, you can do a lot more stuff with it, like you could devolve an opponent's threat, then use something like Marnie, and they gotta shuffle the dude back in the deck. You know, lots of different tricks. It's definitely a useful ability. Might be a little bit busted on a stage 1. I mean, the thing is that because we have this right now, okay, and we have all of the other bullshit control stall cards, it can make a dangerous, annoying ass shit that just fucks up the game. That's the problem. You know, Espeon, when it had that ability back then, we didn't have all these fucked up options, and that's the thing, especially in expanded. So this could get dangerous. But, I mean, I could be freaking wrong. What do I know? The way I look at it here, though, it has a lot of potential. Definitely. I mean, don't forget, we've got the Scoop Up Net, so you can reuse this fucking effect, too. Well, that's the #1 card that makes this dangerous. There's the regular Super Scoop Up and the regular, like, other methods to put cards back in your hand. So you can just devolve and, like, use Devolution Spray, too. Just all sorts of shit you can do. So it might be some dangerous shit with the right deck builder. Regular Detene. I believe this is clay, but it looks weird like this. Like, it looks like a little sort of pawn you'd see in Monopoly or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if you guys understand what I mean when I say shit like this. But yeah, it just looks like a little figurine. Anyway, so Tail Trickery. Your opponent's active Pokemon is not confused, but it just does 10 for 1. So generic ass Pokemon. Okay. Xerneas, man. Like I was fucking. I fucking mentioned this. I think the other day on a video. I don't remember what it was. Like when it comes to the rotation. Yeah, the rotation for Lost Thunder. Regarding the fairy Pokemon, like imagine how Xerneas and Psychic would look like, and there we have it, like Psychic type Xerneas, because they don't have a choice if they're not gonna have fairies. It looks pretty weird. I'm not gonna lie, it looks weird as a Psychic. This Xerneas. Jo Hunt, shout out to Hollow Knight, fucking yeah, Jo Hunt. So choose a card from your discard pile and put it into your hand. Fuck, it's Sableye all over again. And then Aurora Gain. Hardener for 3, but it's going to heal 30 damage to this Pokemon too. So this could be handy on him. I guess he's not too small. Maybe it'll come up. 130 HP, typical legendary basic Pokemon with True Retreat. Weakness to Metal, Psychic Pokemon. Oh god. Okay, I'm not just gonna start talking about Hollow Knight, but yeah, it's a game I played a couple of months ago. Anyway, so basically in my 1 month hiatus, I was playing that game. I had the chance to play that game. Besides the other stuff I was doing for my project. Anyway, moving on. Let's not digress anymore. You got a Psychic Diancie here. This also looks fucking hella weird. Hella weird, man. Jesus. So 90 HP, 1 retreat. You got Sparkle Veil. As long as this Pokemon is in your active spot, any damage done to your Pokemon by an opponent's attack is reduced by 30. So this is going to be like the defensive Diancie as opposed to the Prism 1 for fighting. But it's got to be active, so do you have a good ass attack? Sensitive Ray. If you play the supporter this turn, you do 70 more damage. Okay, so you do have a good attack. It's going to be 70 plus 50, so 120 for 3. It doesn't seem like that super spectacular for 3 energies. It's 120 for 3. You gotta play a supporter. But I guess you're blocking 30 damage. The thing is that it only has 90 HP, so they fucked it up either way. I guess you're going to protect your guys on the bench, but you could always just play Mew, so I don't know, it just feels like this card is outclassed by other shit once again. And you know what? It is also weird. Like, Psychic fucking Diancie. It just, you know what? Some cards, like Clefable, it doesn't look too weird to me when I look at it as a Psychic. Something like Xerneas and this, though, I just, it doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, you got the all creamy vmax. Now that I look at it, it does look like some sort of evolution for Diancie, this all creamy. Wait, this is all creamy V and all creamy vmax. They said all creamy vmax on both of the cards. Anyway, so all creamy vmax. You're gonna make me wanna eat an ice cream now, cause it's hot as hell now in Cyprus too. So sprinkle sugar. You heal 30 damage from each of your bench Pokemon. So it doesn't heal itself. I would rather you heal to 20 and then it also healed itself. But maybe it's better, I guess, like this. You heal your bench dudes. And then Sweet Splash. If the defending Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it can attack during your opponent's next turn. So a useful attack, I'm not gonna lie, considering this is a V that's gonna evolve. 170 HP is underwhelming to retreat to, so what the hell. But at least you know you've got a decent sort of attack against basic Pokemon. You just prevent them from attacking. Attacks like these are always handy. You force your opponent to do some switching shit. And if they can't, you can buy some time. So, good. God, it also looks pretty fucking weird as a Psychic. Fucking hell. This would have looked so perfect as a fairy card, since it is a fairy in the games, but it just makes sense as a fairy. And then you got this freaking giant ass cake. It doesn't even look like a fucking Pokemon at this point. Like, not even as a fucking Digimon. Anyway, you got 310 HP. So I guess it makes up for that a little bit with this VMAX. 3 retreat, and you got decorate. For each of your bench Pokemon, search your deck for a psychic energy and attach it to that Pokemon. So this is some pretty powerful psychic energy acceleration. It's like his fucking Arceus from Platinum Arceus. But it is a stage 1. You need an energy. It's not like it's free like that guy. And I don't know, like normally when you get a dude like this out, you want to be doing more meaningful shit, I guess. You don't want to be powering up other Pokemon right then. So maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure people are going to use it actually. But we got Hein. There's no way in hell this is going to be used over Arceus. So that's the first thing. When we lose Arceus, then yeah, gains more merit. But Arceus can do that shit. Zekrom can do this shit, and they've got a lot more support. I guess this is faster. Just 1 energy is a stage 1, so it might not be as bad because it's 1 energy. But we'll see. We'll see. By no means, he's not weak. GMAC Whipper. Discard any number of energy from your Pokemon. This attack does 60 damage for each card discarded this way. Okay, so this attack I like a lot better. Now, I guess you get that synergy with its first attack, so that's why they gave it that decorate attack. But it actually doesn't matter now whether or not you can do shit with decorate, because you can use this in Malamar. Like, even if Malamar is going to rotate out, but we can do it and expand it. And you can just get 1-hit knockouts that way. Now, the 60 timer is weak. That's as much as the old Rayquaza EX from Dragon's Exalted had. So it's gonna be much weaker than other dudes, like even Ultra Rayquaza GX. So I don't know, but it's got the HP, I suppose, and you can attach from anybody on the field. I don't know. It just seems like it's got some good shit over here and then some lackluster shit over there. So it's not the strongest VMAX, the way I see it, but you can get 1-hit knockout, so that's always something. Unlimited ceiling. You can take advantage of different Pokemon. Moving on. You got this Zacian. Looks like it's the Paint Zacian 2. Looks so fucking weird. Like, they should have made Delta Species Pokemon at this point if they're gonna do this shit. Grass Psychic Metal, and it's a Psychic Fairy Pokemon. Oh god, it's fucking weird. So you got Metal Armament. Attach basic energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. It should have been on a bench Pokemon, but whatever the fuck. I guess help you use the Amazing Sword attack. So 150 for 3 of your opponents. If your opponent has a Pokemon VMAX in play, this attack does fucking 150 more. Okay, so this is a good reminder of the Legends Awakened Luxray, which probably none of you even know or remember, unless you've seen my TCG overview or you're an OG. But yeah, this is a pretty similar thing. That guy had, it was through an ability, like a power, like a body. If your opponent had level X Pokemon, you got like an amazing boost to your attack. So this, it's pretty much the same. You don't need to be hitting a VMAX Pokemon. It's if they have a VMAX Pokemon in play, in general, you get this crazy boost. So if they just have a VMAX on the bench, and they got a different Pokemon in the active position, for as long as they've got the VMAX sitting over there at the bench, this guy is doing a 300 for 3. And, you know, once again, as this sort of a paint Picasso Pokemon, you do need Psychic, Grass, and Metal, so it makes things a bit difficult. But for 300, if you can pull that shit off, it's too good to pass up. Like, it's well worth trying to make this Pokemon work. So, fuck me. It's what I gotta say. 300 for 3. Fuck me is all I gotta say. Okay, so good card. Difficult to use, but good card. Then we got Wooper. What's up, dog? Wooper is cool and Quagsire, but I don't think I need to tell you guys that. So it's fighting, that's cool. Mutt Shot, okay. And then you got Quagsire. Chillin'. This seems like to be the same sort of artwork format of some other cards I've seen, but they made it work this time around. It just looks like it's pretty simplistic, but it works. This is like a beach. It's not exactly anyway, whatever. So 120, you do beat 30 for 2, ass. Whimsy impact 100. If you have exactly 6, 4, or 2 prize cards remaining, this attack does nothing. Oh fuck, but it does 180 for 3. Okay. So in the beginning, you're not gonna do shit with this guy, cause if you have 6, it does shit. If you have 4, it also does shit. So if you got 2, it also does shit. So you basically need to be at 5, 3, or 1 prizes. So it's a 50-50 trade-off. I'm not gonna lie, it won't be easy to use. It's difficult to use. And even though 180 is good for 3 on a stage 1 like this, like, this should have been, like, fucking, at this point, conventional damage, or close to conventional damage, on a regular Pokemon. You know, it shouldn't be like, okay, you're doing 180, this is why you get these bad effects. That's just my opinion. But, yeah. Works with Twin Energy, it's strong, but I think use some other fighting Pokemon. This is going to be too risky, too gimmicky, that's the word. Okay. Fucking Shuckle is chilling in some beautiful flowers this time, as opposed to some other shit. They made it look pretty good. This reminded me of Yoshi's Island now for some reason. Anyway. So, it's fighting. This might actually be the first fighting Shuckle ever. I don't think I've seen another one. Maybe I'm not remembering right, but I'm pretty sure this might be the first one. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So, 70 HP, it's got Warning Retreat. And, okay, Rock Throw is just 50 for 2. That's not going to do anything. And then Ring, it's a coin flip attack. Flip a coin until you get tails for each head. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Oh, fuck. You had to fuck it up. I praise your artwork. I praise you for being a fighting Pokemon, changing things up. And then you give me a deck out attack, like we don't have enough bullshit like this already. Damn. So, if people try and make use of this and it becomes like a gimmick that works, it's gonna suck. What a shame. Anyway. Reggie Rock. What's up? So Rock Tumble 40 for 2. This attack's damage isn't affected by resistance. It does leave a little bit to be desired in my opinion, but whatever. I wish it did like 50 for 2 at least. And then Megadon Fall. 130, and this Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. Not the greatest, but it might do the job done. Fighting Pokemon, 3 energy. Reggie Rock is cool, of course. So nothing else to say. Legendary basic. You got Riolu. What the fuck is it doing? And where exactly are you? Full Force Punch. Flip a coin if tails attack does nothing. Just 30 for 1, okay. Zygarde. Looks like we're gonna have like a Metal Lucario. So this dude does Beam. 30 for 1, that's good. It's got 150 HP, which is very good. And then Core Avenger. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, this attack does 80 more damage, 160 for 3. So very, very good. This is a pretty good generic fighting legendary Pokemon. So I guess pretty much this guy's existence, it just makes everybody else look bad. Like even this Reggie Rock we just looked at. Because if you can do like 160 if you're losing, that's awesome. You got 30 for 1 is a great opening attack. But the best part is that this guy's 150, so it's just gonna it beats everybody else when it comes to that HP, and that can go a long way. I mean, it is almost like he's a freaking prison Pokemon, and he's not a prison Pokemon. So that HP gives it a lot of advantage. Okay, and we got Rockruff and Lycanroc. Haven't seen you guys in a while. So, okay, generic. You got Rock Throw 40 for 1, and then just 2 for 70. It's not gonna do shit. Colossal V. I always have trouble saying this, dude. So it's basically they memed the word colossal, which I hate when they make Pokemon names like that. But so it's like Colossal V, Colossal V, Colossal V, Colossal V, whatever. I'm never gonna get used to it. Anyway, so this dude, it's a cool dude. He's got 220 HP, large retreat. You got Searing Flame, 90 for 3, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. Interesting, interesting. Fighting Pokemon that inflicts burns, that's interesting. But clearly they made this be able to be compatible with the regular Colossal with energy acceleration. So basically a ripoff from the Rillaboom stuff. I wish they were a little bit more creative at least, but I guess I don't give a shit. And then Rock Smash, 180 for 4. It's alright. I mean, I'm guessing this guy will have a VMAX too, either here or eventually. So it's good enough. Since you can use that energy acceleration, it's probably going to be good enough. And there he is, Colossal VMAX. Fuck this guy's name. Anyway, couldn't they have called it like Colossal or something, or just Colossal, or just some other more creative shit? Anyway, so 330 HP. He's definitely a big dude. Volcanic Ball. Discard the top card of your deck. If that card was an energy, this card does 90 more damage. And attach that energy to this Pokemon. So this guy is gonna love to be used with Macargo from Celestial Storm. But that card is gonna rotate out too. So sad for the motherfuckers that would want to use this a long time. But, I mean, I guess in Expanded, if you do it, it's definitely strong. It's gonna accelerate on his ass while you're doing some respectable damage. 90 and 40, it's 130 for 1, so that's not bad by all means. And you're slowly powering him up for the Gmax Boulder. And obviously, if you're going to use a Pokemon like this, you're going to have some healing tactics on standby too, to go with the Macargo, so you got yourself a simple deck there. And Gmax Boulder, like I've said, is just 240 for 4. So just when I see this, it just makes Salamence look a lot better, but I mean, I don't know. This guy has that energy acceleration from that dude. Which reminds me, we can do that shit on Salamence. Oh, I just got a brilliant idea. Hell yeah. Anyway, moving on. I mean, I guess this guy, he's a good VMAX Pokemon. I think the fucking Stonjourner is easier to use. I think they got the same HP too. And that guy is easier to use, maybe not as strong, but easy to use and more defensive too. But I mean, you can use like the regular one for help. Zamazenta, this dude is fighting. This is also pretty freaking weird, but I guess I'm not 100% on their types in the games. But I think this dude in the game is like, what? Isn't he like a steel... Is he still fighting? I have no idea. Anyway. So, Metal Armament, same shit as the other guy. And then Amazing Shield, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attack from your opponent's Pokemon VMAX. So yeah, this is also kind of good, but I think Zacian is better again. Such fucking favoritism, because I like Zamazenta better than Zacian, but... Yeah, this is good, but that guy is just definitely better. I mean, this guy does better base damage, so I guess it balances out if VMAX Pokemon aren't going to be involved. But that other guy being able to do 300, it goes a long way. Like it goes from here, like to oh shit. So this guy, I guess, is gonna be more consistent. Like I said, 180, whatever. Okay, but as that other guy, you need lightning, fighting, and metal. I don't know how you're gonna power that shit up. I don't. I mean, at least if it was like fighting fire lightning or fighting lightning metal, whatever, you can use the colossal regular one. I hate spelling out that guy's name, but you guys understand what I mean. But I guess it won't be compatible. There is Fortress, take down, whatever, and then a fucking explosive standoff. Both active Pokemon are knocked out. That's fucking good. I mean, you're gonna kill yourself, you give a prize, but you trade this with a VMAX, you're not really gonna care, in my opinion. Mechanism is gonna rotate out, but that's an option to power him up. You can use Metal Saucers, I guess. You can do a bunch of shit. I mean, the fact that it doesn't do damage and it's just straight up, both of them die, it's gonna make this card sort of immune to power creep. Not immune, but it makes it more power creep proof, you could say. Because if it did something like 300 damage and then as explosion, you die. Eventually that wasn't going to be too hot. Like maybe in 10 years, I don't know, 5 years even. But because it's instant knockout, you always know you're killing something. And 4 energies isn't exactly that large for such a powerful attack. And I mean, you could always, in expanded, use something like what's it called, like a life do. And you're gonna get away with not giving a prize, so good shit. Good shit indeed. You got the Steelix V, cool looking dude. I think with the Sword and Shield games, like this guy being in the wild area and shit, it gains some popularity again. But it has a very impressive 250 HP. So this already puts to shame Stage 2 GXs, Tag Team GXs like Gengar, so sad, and fucking Zekrom. So the power creep, I mean, it already arrived with the first Sword and Shield set in my opinion, but it's just getting more obvious and more obvious. So 250 HP, this is going to be like a sort of Wailord guy. So Raging Hammer, 30 damage, and then this attack does 10 more damage for each damage corner on this Pokemon. So a very strong complementary attack with this guy's HP. So don't ignore that. And Iron Tackle, large as 5, and it's only going to do 30 damage to itself though, so yeah. This is definitely a much better improvement than what the fuck the shitty Steelix EX was in Steam Siege. Looked cool, but left a lot to be desired, that card, for back then. This is much better for the times. And yeah, even if you don't want to use the big attack, you can always use Raging Hammer. Good shit, good shit. Makes the Reggie Rock V, though, look kind of ass, though. That guy has a better, I guess, second attack, but 250 HP is fucking large, man. Yeah. Looks pretty cool, pretty menacing here. Then I'm gonna Metagross. I know what this Metagross does. I don't remember the effect now, but I know that I read it before in the past. So call for family, search some basics. Doesn't look good here, like hiding in the bushes anyway. You got Metang, 100 HP, 30 for 2, 60 for 3. Not great. And Metagross, from what I understand, yeah, this guy just gives all of your Pokemon no retreat cost. Kind of like Salamence GX, but maybe even better. I don't remember what the guy's limitation was. I think except GX Pokemon, except himself, something like that, anyway. So yeah, good, but are people really going to get a Stage 2 Pokemon out for this effect? And then Leg Quake, if the defending Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, it can attack during your opponent's next turn. So yeah, a bit useful, but the damage leaves a lot to be desired for a stage 2 like this. Good HP, bottom stats to be expected, but I wish it did a little bit more damage. Like, you should have been doing at least 140 with this effect. Okay? And then we'll take the magnetic field, whatever. Sort of negates his bad retreat. It's too bad. I was hoping for better. I don't like this artwork very much either. This angle. Anyway. Got Jirachi. Picasso Jirachi again. So, Dream Oracle. What do you do? Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is your active spot, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck, add one of them to your hand, and return the other one to the top of the deck. Wow. So this gives a little bit of competition to the Jirachi from Team Up, but obviously that guy has a lot more range, revealing the top 5 cards. You can't get anything. You gotta get trainers, but I mean, come on. That's like Trainer's Mail versus something like, fuck, I don't know, like any other searching card line of that nature. It's just Trainer Mail is usually going to win. So, yeah, it's useful. I mean, if it's a low rarity, it's going to be the budget version of that Team Up Jirachi, you could say. They got the same stats, and at least with this guy, you don't go asleep and shit. You can just get the fuck out of the way immediately. So that's cool, I guess. It's one of the other perks it has. And then Amazing Star, you search your deck for up to 7 basic energies and attach them. Fuck. So crazy has insane, like, go to the fucking moon energy acceleration. 7 from the deck. But it is gonna need Psychic Fighting and Metal, so I don't know who is gonna be able to... you know what? I feel like either they put these energy attacks to troll us, and they know they're making these Pokemon just to be fucking collectibles, and nobody's gonna be able to make use of them. And they're doing this shit on purpose because they do this shit sometimes. Or they're gonna give us some bottom card that I don't know about that just says, put 2 basic energies from the deck to these guys. Or some shit like that. We'll see. But yeah. Strong but difficult to use. It's great that you can just use this for the ability though. So, has a lot more merit than the other guys, for sure. We got fucking Lucario, Metal 1. Looks pretty fly here. So you got Spike, draw 40, and then you draw a card, and then Knuckle, Impact, 160. This Pokemon can attack on your next turn. But it's pretty respectable. It's a stage 1, so much better than some other dudes. Like, you would usually see this on like a stage 2 or whatever, and it'd be ass. So good stuff, 130 HP. Decent bottom stats. Okay. Got fucking Dialga. Damn. Oh, fucking motorcycles. But yeah, this Dialga looks like it's in the middle of some shit going on here. So 130 legendary or whatever. You got Clock Back. Attach up to 2 metal energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you like. Excellent, my type of attack. So with the metal Pokemon we've got right now too, this guy's gonna be a welcome addition to them. Like you can effectively power up stuff like Cobraja with much ease here. It has respectable HP too, unlike the Shuckle that did a similar thing here, and like a Rotom that does a similar thing. So that's awesome. And then Flash of Destruction, discard 2 energy attached to this Pokemon. It's a very good attack too, like 130 you discard 2. That's as much as the Heatran does. So excellent. Excellent indeed. Nothing bad to say about this Pokemon, so great. I like Dialga too, so it's awesome. They gave it us like this. Hopefully we get a nice Palkia too. So Galarian Stunfisk. Oh man, how much effort are they gonna make to make this guy look as ugly as fuck as they can? So, counterattack when this Pokemon is in your active spot. and receive damage from an opponent's Pokemon attacks. Put 3 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. Seems pretty similar to... Oh no, the other white discarded energies, so I guess this guy's a bit different. And then Grip and Squeeze, the defending Pokemon can retreat during your opponent's next turn. I can retreat, you do 90 for 3, works with any energy. Okay, so I even though it looks fucking ugly, I can't say it's bad. Both the ability is useful, and Grip and Squeeze, I guess, is also flexible. It's not the greatest damage, but it's flexible with a useful effect. Alright. Let me get a sip of water too, before I die here. Damn. Shit. Let's see what's next. Magyarna. Looks like this is a Picasso one too. Or maybe not. No. I was wrong. So 90. Okay, fuck. Overhaul. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 6 cards. Nice, but everybody else that had a similar sort of draw attack like this so far hasn't been used, so I don't know if this guy is going to be used. At least if it was like draw 7 or even more, then it just gives it a too good of an incentive to pass up. Then I feel like people would have used it, or tried it at least, if it was like draw 7 or draw 8 even. But as long as we have like Jirachi around, and even this new Jirachi and other support Pokemon, they just basically beat these guys because they're easy to use, faster to use. And then Mechanical Cannon, this attack, 10 for 2, and then 20 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Opponent's benched Pokemon, so... If they have 5 times 20, 130 for 2. Yeah, I feel like... Right, yeah, it's pretty similar to that super cool Zero Aura from Breakthrough that did the Russian thing to like Keldeo. That was an awesome card, by the way, yeah. Be good if they give us some shit like that back again. So I think, that guy had a similar attack. I could be wrong. I think Zoroark, not Zero Aura. Zoroark's one was stronger. This, not so much. Yeah, I think that other guy did 30. This guy does 20, but this is a basic. It could be useful, but it's only going to shine against Skyfield decks, really. Okay. It's got a good first attack, too, at least, so you never know. You got Lugia. Man, this Lugia looks pretty fly, and I'm seeing 250 here, so this might be some good shit. So Gust, 40 for 2. Okay, I guess you can put Twin. I wish it was 50 though. And then Wind Pressure. If your opponent has 5 or fewer cards in their hand, this attack does nothing. It kind of ruined it. Let me just think about this for a second. 5 or fewer. If your opponent has 5 or fewer, so they need to have big ass hands. I mean, usually this is what they're gonna have. They're gonna have like 5, maybe 4. Especially if you use like Marnie and shit. I don't know. Yeah, they're gonna have sometimes big hands and an expanded this chorus, but it is too risky. The thing is, it's not like it says you do 140 and then if they got 5 or more, you do 110 more or whatever. It's always 250, and then if you can't meet this condition, it's nothing. So it makes it more of a gimmick, kind of ruins it. I mean, if you can support it with some sort of Pokemon that forces your opponent to draw, but that's not going to be a good idea anyway. Like that kind of shit. Then yeah, but It's rather unfortunate. I thought to myself, hey, it would have been a good throwback to the old Lugia AX, but no. It leaves a lot to be desired. It's much gimmicky. Works with any energy, 130 HP, legendary basic, colorless Pokemon, good stuff, good bottom stats. But they should have just made it differently, I feel like. Maybe it would have been too busted if it was how I would have designed it, let's say. Where you do a decent base damage and then you get the plus if they've got a big hand. But I don't know, maybe that's too busted anyway. Like this though, it's just too gimmicky for serious play. And you got Rayquaza. I know what this guy does. I'm really disappointed, but we'll see if these Picasso cards can do some shit. So basically, this is a fly-looking Rayquaza card. So good. Colorless. Awesome. 120 HP. Okay. Bottom stats, I wish it was like 100 feet at least. But it's got the fighting resistance. It can do a crazy... It has a crazy damage multiplier you would expect from Rayquaza. Discard all basic energy attached to this Pokemon is going to do 80 damage for each type of energy discarded in this way. So, if you discard this Grass, Fire, and Lightning, you're already at 240, which is extremely strong for a regular basic. And then if you discard just one more of any other shit, this guy is at 320, so he's KOing whatever the fuck you want. And it can go even further than that, which makes him awesome. Now the freaking problem is though, how the fuck you're gonna get Grass, Lightning, and Fighting? So you know what? This guy, it might be possible because Grass and Lightning, that's the exact same energies the Vikavolt from Sun and Moon gets. So you can try this and expand it. But you still need to put in Fighting too, so that makes things inconsistent. And it's just in general, you need a lot of different shit to get that good one-hit knockout. And you won't always be able to consistently get this effect, so... I am not too sure about it. Vikavolt gets energies from the deck, so if you're going to use energy recyclers and energy recycle system, then the fighting you would discard, it's going to go back in the deck. You need to get it back in the hand, so you got to run energy retrievals too. It's just a pretty complicated deck if you really want to make use of this guy and get one-hit knockouts. Unless they give us something that makes these crazy energy conditions easier to pull off. We'll see. But I'm going to keep my eyes out for this Rayquaza for sure. For me to use it. I don't think for serious play, unless they give us some shit like I've said, it's going to be good. It is very strong, just not easy to pull off. Chatot. Okay, weak stats. Minor errand running. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards. Put them into your hand. That's not good. Nice little Chatot art, I guess, but it's not like the amazing Majestic Dawn from Chatot. The Majestic Chatot we had. Togekiss V and Togekiss VMAX. What's up? This nice looking Pokemon. Positive ass Pokemon. Gotta love Togekiss. So 200 HP, 1 retreat, excellent. Radiant Wind if your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolved Pokemon. An excellent 70 more, so 90 for 1. Great, great, great. My type of attack. So this is a very good, useful attack. And then 130 for 3. But it is a colorless Pokemon, you can use colorless energy. Great stats overall, and it gets a VMAX too. Which is weird for me, but whatever. So this VMAX, I don't know what the fuck it has on its head. Red shit. It looks kind of creepy. I don't know. Anyway, Max Glide. If you may search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck. 120 for 2. The effect is great. Obviously, the cost isn't so big. Damage is a bit shit. Like maybe if it was like 150 for 2 and then you grab 2 cards, then it would have been nice. Like this, it might be too weak. Like I always say, when you get a Pokemon like this out, you want to be dishing out heavy ass damage. But I mean, I don't know. The thing is with Breaks and Charizard though, like even though that guy, you couldn't exactly get one hit knockouts on a lot of stuff with 180 for 4. You did add 3 cards in the deck, but 180 was still very respectable compared to 120. I guess this you can use any energies. It's just 2, whatever. I guess it's good. Not my cup of tea, but people are gonna use it. It's got free retreat though, from what I see. 310 HP is good enough for free retreat. So good Pokemon. We got Tornadus. And you got Jet Draft. Discard a special energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon, 30 for 1. And then Air Slash, discard an energy attached to this Pokemon, 120 for 3. Pretty generic, not the greatest. Whatever, I guess it's colorless. Got Peaky Peck. Trump Beak. Charging Trump. When you play this card from your hand to evolve on your Pokemon, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose any basic energy cards you find there, and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Okay, so this is actually a very good ability, and it's not gonna just help itself. Looks like you can attach the energies anywhere. So, not bad. I mean, yeah, just revealing 3, you might always just not reveal Jack, and you won't get anything. If you're lucky, you're gonna get 1 energy, and that is good enough, I guess. But yeah, maybe if you stack your deck, I don't know. It's better than nothing though, since it's a stage 1 that can still evolve. And then Toe Cannon, 150 HP with 2 retreat. That's not so great. Energy cutoff 60 if heads, discard an energy. Okay, so you flip a coin if heads, discard an energy. That's your bonus Pokemon. And then Loop Cannon, return 2 energy from this Pokemon to your hand, 160 for 3. Not really gonna do it, whatever. I guess you can put him back the twin and then reattach it. He's not gonna do it anyway. Okay, and then we're finally down to the bottom. Looks like we have a Great Ball, reprint, switch, Pokemon Catcher. Do keep in mind, like with other of these Japanese mini sets, they reprint some cards and then we ended up never getting them back. Like, I do remember from some other Japanese sets I saw Nestball and we never got that back, and Guzma and we never got that back. So take these reprints with a grain of salt, but maybe we are going to get some of them. Like some stuff like Switch and Pokemon Catcher, maybe that's not so much a stretch. Great Ball, I don't know for sure if we're going to get that. I got the Moo Moo Cheese. Way to make me hungry now, because I am a dairy person. Heal 30 damage from 2 of your Pokemon that have any energy attached to them. That's actually very good healing. It's 30, but it's going to be on 2 of your Pokemon. So that could go some way, you know? Yeah. Not bad. It's a Moo Moo card. It's a Miltank card. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be effective for spread. Yeah, you can just negate some spread with this, so good shit. And if worst comes to worst, you just heal 30 from 1 of your dudes with energy, so it's like a potion, so nice card. You got the Hero's Medal. Whatever the fuck. So the Pokemon VMAX this card is attached gets minus 100 HP, and when it is knocked out, that player takes 1 fewer prize cards. So you would think they've learned their lesson from when they make like that charm in Unified Minds or whatever it was, and then they ended up banning it in 2 seconds. And then they make this fucking card again. So I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. I don't know. I mean, this, I guess it's more difficult to make crazy combos with. But I don't know. You're always wary when you see effects like these that just break the rules like that. Anyway, fuck this card. Got Rocky Helmet reprint. Maybe we'll get this, maybe we won't. And then Beauty. She actually doesn't look like much of a beauty, to be honest. In other games, they really made them stand out. Like, you knew that, okay, this is a Bijin, like an actual beauty. 8, 9 out of 10 chick in the games, whatever. Like this, she looks pretty generic. Anyway, I guess that's why they're doing it, but let's not get into crazy stuff. It's got nothing to do with Pokemon. Anyway, this card can also be used during the first turn by the first player. So draw 2 cards. So I guess this negates the supporter rules, but then I guess when they change the rules again, this becomes a useless card. And I'm not that impressed, to be honest. So it's like shittier Lily. No, I mean, I wouldn't use it. Yeah, draw 2 and then all the other times. No, I'm not impressed. You gotta dig it too if you play first. And the thing is that with Lily, for fuck's sake, at least that supporter, even if you don't get the plus, in corresponding game states, that is a useful supporter. The drawn 2 have 6 effect. This, not really. So, yeah. Then you got the Alistar. So, from my understanding, this is one of the like gym dudes in Sword and Shield. So, draw 3 cards, then discard up to 3 cards from your hand. What the fuck? You can't be serious. Then discard up to 3. Okay, so it gives you the option for a free discard outlet, but I don't like effects like these. Yeah, it's supporter. It's not like it's battle compressor. So I guess for people that wouldn't just get the straight draw, they would discard at worst 1 card, but then it's still bad, so I wouldn't run it. Whatever. Then you got Opal. Who the fuck are you? Oh, it's this grandma, yeah. Flip 2 coins for each head, search your deck for any card and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So I guess if you, on average, 50%, you are going to get a free card straight from your deck. So this is like a computer search supporter, but I don't know, I feel like it's too busted. It is a coin flip, but people can abuse these effects now. I'm not sure. I keep forgetting like what all the coin flip cards we have do that let you control the coin flip. But I mean, I guess if you get 1 card, then it becomes like a better red, because that guy is like a computer search supporter, which is, it is kind of annoying. I guess if you get 2 tails, you get jack shit. But if you get 2 heads, you're grabbing 2 cards, so I don't know. Might be a bit too much. I don't know, man. It's just like, look, it's just like some fucking cards like the Crushing Hammer and the Pokemon Catcher that if you reap the reward, then it's amazing, and if you miss it, you don't really lose too much. Like with this, obviously it's a supporter, so you have something to lose. But on average, you flip 2 coins, not 1. So even if you search 1 card, it did its job. So you feel like it's a strong card. So yeah, not a fan of it. Marnie reprint, and then we got Aroma Grass Energy. The grass Pokemon cannot be affected by special conditions. Remove the special conditions, whatevs. Then we got the Stone Fighting Energy. I wonder what you do. The fighting Pokemon this card is attached to takes 20 less damage from your opponent's attacks. So I guess it's not strong energy. It's the opposite of that. It blocks damage. Maybe it's wise that they did this. Maybe. Twin Energy reprint, and this is the set. No secret rare shit. Not exactly too fancy for trainers. But this is the set. Like I've said, if I was a guessing man, it's going to be bundled with the Infinity Zone and what the fuck is called? Explosive Walker. I think that's the name. And we have ourselves Darkness Ablaze. Now, Infinity Zone is the better of the three. It just has a lot of great shit. This, it's got some good stuff. But I guess it's just going to be a good complement to Infinity Zone. A lot of underwhelming Pokemon, I would say. Some useful ones too. It doesn't really have some crazy ass Pokemon that, man, this Pokemon is going to be busted. It's got these Picasso paint Pokemon. That's how I'm going to call them. So I guess if we didn't have any way to get a good trick to bypass all of the different energies they need, but if we do get that, then they become strong, of course. So that. Some nice, not too many V and VMAX Pokemon, but all of them were kind of solid, or at worst, just regular. They weren't exactly bad. So yeah, you do get some cool shit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this set review. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, and share this video with your friends. And I'll see you guys on hopefully some matches. I know that I haven't been posting matches. It's just I did the Digimon box. Then I had to do like the what's it called? The expanded Pokemon sets for Plasma Storm because it's been freaking months, and I don't wanna be worrying about those when I gotta do like I'm dealing with the new sets and shit. Then this shit came out, so we kind of did it as soon as possible. So I'm up to speed, and hopefully now I can just get things back to normal and just be done with these priority videos. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Saber94. We'll say.